Hey guys, just wanted to do a quick video on this since I'm getting pretty involved in it, and this could potentially help out probably quite a few of you who have Maxxair fans installed in your rigs. I'm definitely not the first person to document this. There's multiple people on YouTube who have put together tutorials on how to do this, so basically that's all I'm doing is just following their tutorials, but I just thought I'd show you firsthand how bad these motors can really get. So the problem I'm trying to solve here, this is another one of the motors. This is the motor that sits up in the Maxxair fan, sits like this, and then your fan blades are down here. What happens is this motor starts to squeal or squeak when it's running, and it's just to the point where we'd like to have the fans running at night to move air through the bus, and it's just so annoying because the squeaking just never ever stops. This is a motor that I actually took out of our front unit because that one had a different issue where the motor just was dead completely and it kept throwing error codes. So I replaced that one with a new motor. This one is from the rear Maxxair fan, and it was just doing the squealing, just nonstop. And so when I looked it up, I found out that inside these motors, they're sealed. Nothing can get in them. But what happens is, get that out of the way. When these motors are spinning, it makes contact on the side walls of this, where the magnets are, when it's spinning, and you end up with all of this debris, which most of it you can see all right here. When I first opened it up, I was super surprised to see a gigantic clump of it just sitting along the edge here. And it's no wonder that this thing has been making so much noise. So basically what you have to do is just disassemble this thing down to its components. It's not difficult. The most difficult bit is maybe just getting it out of the Maxxair fan. But once you have it out, there's two screws you take out of the back. They run all the way through. Take those out. Take this cover off, which is this one right there. You have a bunch of crud in it. And then you can push the motor through and out the back. And what you'll end up with is all of these pieces. And I'm forgetting some of the names. I know they call these bushings here in one of the videos. But basically what these are, this is where the electricity flows through and makes contact in the bottom here to spin the motor around. And they're in these spring-loaded little things, if you can see that. So when you take this out, this whole thing's going to come apart. Just sits down in a bearing down here. Try not to lose any of these small pieces. But what we want to do is clean all of this completely. And what you're going to want to use is some type of contact cleaner. I'm using WD-40 electric parts cleaner. I see a bunch of people use CRC contact cleaner, pretty much the same stuff. You just want something that can clean all this off and won't leave a residue on it and is safe for electronics. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to spray all this down, I'm going to wipe it all down, and then I'm going to put it all back together. And that should eliminate the squeaks. And if you end up doing this yourselves, just be sure to keep track of all the pieces and parts. There was supposed to be an O-ring on this piece, and it might actually be stuck on here. Yep, it's in the bottom. So don't lose these O-rings. There's one on this side, and then you can see there's one on here, and then even the bolts that run through this, there's these washers that are kind of little O-rings as well, and they seal up the entire motor so dust can't get in, which is kind of hilarious because dust is not what's killing these things. It's all of this. And then also there's this little washer. I forget the name of it, but this clips on the end here of the shaft, and basically your fan blades butt up against it, and that's where it stops. So you have to take that off before you can take the whole motor assembly apart. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope this helps out some of you guys and eliminates some issues with your fans.